So as you know, when you start out selling on Amazon in the UAE, there is a limited amount of inventory that you can send to the Amazon warehouse. Depending on what time you start to sell, it can be either anywhere from 800 units all the way down to 500 units, possibly a little bit less. Again, it depends on the time when you start selling. Now, what if you have more than 800 units and you want to send those units over to the UAE if you are not based in the UAE, or even if your products are coming from overseas? What do you do with the rest of your inventory? Where do you put it? Scenario number 2, you want to sell your products on Amazon, on your own website, on Noon, on several other marketplaces, even possibly on Instagram. How are you going to manage all that fulfillment, and how are you going to make sure that your products arrive in a timely manner to all of these customers that might be living in the UAE and might also be living overseas? Well, that's where you need to find a good 3PL or fulfillment center dedicated to your products. And you're in luck, because in this video, we're going to be talking about that very same subject. All you need to do is just keep on watching. If this is your first time watching a video on this channel, hi, my name is Crystal. I'm the founder of Amazon Sellers Society. We help entrepreneurs and businesses sell successfully on Amazon in the Middle East. What is a 3PL, better known as a third-party logistics center? What is an FC, better known as a fulfillment center? And how can you make sure that you choose the right 3PL or FC for your company, your brand, your products, whether you have a huge company and lots of SKUs, or you only have one product and you're starting off on Amazon? In this video, I had the privilege to go, and I'm going to take you along with me, to visit Shorages and to meet Rayan, who's the owner and founder of Shorages. Shorages is a 3PL or an FC, and Rayan is going to give you some more information about how to choose a good 3PL based in the UAE or a good fulfillment center for all your needs and requirements. And you're gonna see a sneak peek of how fulfillment actually works, what is picking, what is packing, how does this all work. Sneak peek, let's get started.
I launched Shorages after having had my own e-commerce company. At the time, one of the biggest issues that I was facing was warehousing and fulfillment. We simply didn't know where to store our products, so I had boxes piling up at home, and I was spending so much time managing the delivery process that it took out my entire day. At that point, I met with a few colleagues who also had e-commerce companies, and they all pointed out the same 3 main problems. The first problem was that warehouses are very expensive to set up, and they take a lot of time to establish, because not only do you need to get the proper licensing in place, but you also need to hire people, get them visas, accommodation, and all of the costs associated with that. The second problem that we faced was that traditional logistics companies were simply not equipped for e-commerce. Whenever we reached out to these traditional companies, it did not seem like they understood e-commerce fulfillment and how it was meant to work. So their services seemed very scattered and inconsistent. And finally, the third problem that we had was with managing inventory. Managing inventory was mostly done manually because the proper systems and technology was not in place. So it took out a lot of our time just to make sure that the stock was accurate. Because of that, I decided to really double down on this problem and launch Shorages in order to focus on providing fulfillment services for e-commerce companies. If you are looking to work with a fulfillment center today in order to handle your operation, there are 3 main services that you need to look out: storage, picking, packing, and delivery. When it comes to storage, what you are looking for is a provider that can provide you with on-demand storage. What this basically means is that you only pay for the amount of storage you consume, either on a daily or a monthly basis, which is a great variable cost for your business. Not only that, but you're also looking for a fulfillment provider that has both bulk storage and piece storage capabilities. Bulk storage is basically what we see here, where pallets are stocked on top of each other. And this is good for businesses that require a lot of storage space, and they will get cheaper storage with this setup. But also e-commerce storage, where racks are basically pretty much lower and set up in a way that enables piece picking to pick out single items for orders that go out. So whatever fulfillment center you go with, make sure that they have both capabilities if that is what you require for storage. The next thing you need to look out for is their picking, packing, or order preparation capabilities. When it comes to preparing orders, a fulfillment center should be capable in fulfilling orders going to Amazon warehouses, fulfilling orders going directly to customers, and last but not least, fulfilling orders that are going maybe to other businesses or to retail stores. Your fulfillment center needs to be able to prepare these separately because each has its own set of processes and rules. Finally, we need to look at delivery. For delivery, delivery to Amazon warehouses, for example, requires a completely set of different capabilities because of the appointments that need to be taken with Amazon warehouses and the deliveries that need to take place at a certain time. Whereas if you're getting orders directly through your website, the last mile delivery there is different, where the order actually needs to go directly to the customer. And finally, when you're delivering more to retail stores and businesses, in that aspect, what you're looking for is a delivery partner that can also deliver in bulk at lower rates, because you will probably need to send maybe a 3-ton pickup truck to the retail store. So overall, your fulfillment center really needs to have capabilities across these different channels, mainly your website, Amazon, or even B2B, so that you can sell on different channels. When an order is placed either on your website or on your Amazon store or through different channels, we receive that order as Shorages on our platform. The platform indicates to the warehousing team that there are certain items which need to be picked from their location. The picker's role would then be to go to that location, pick out these items for the order, and provide them to the packer. At that point, the packer would then take the items and use the proper packaging material, whether it's Amazon's packaging material or your own branded packaging material, in order to prepare the order. Simultaneously, you have a back office team which is preparing the courier slips depending on where this shipment is going and booking the necessary couriers. Once all of that is done and the package is ready to be dispatched, it is then handed over to the courier who will deliver it to the end customer listed. Meanwhile, the system is also taking into account your inventory in order to make sure that whatever items have left the warehouse have been deducted from your stock count.
So what makes Shorages, what are your unique selling points? I know we've talked about fulfillment centers, what as an Amazon seller or as an e-commerce seller, whether you're based in the UAE or you're based internationally, what you need to watch out for. But what makes you guys unique? Because I know you have a lot of things that make you unique.
Sure, I'll focus on 3 main things.
Sure.
The first being technology. Our order fulfillment system is set up in a way where it's integrated with the different channels that you're selling on. What this means is when an order comes through, we're automatically notified of it without you having to email us or message us or send us anything.
Perfect.
Not only that, but the technology also keeps track of real-time inventory so that you have full visibility on the stock within the warehouse. The next thing that we really excel in is communication. When you work with us, we assign an account manager that is dedicated for you, which you can reach out to at any point if you have any issues or concerns, rather than picking up the phone and waiting for hours on a customer service line. Yeah. Finally, one thing we focus on as well is affordability. We understand that the more competitive your pricing is, the better you're going to perform, so the better we're going to perform. So in order to ensure affordability, we really reach out to suppliers in order to get the cheapest prices when it comes to courier deliveries, when it comes to warehousing, so that whatever price we offer you is extremely affordable for you to still compete in the marketplace. For example, when it comes to affordability, we make sure to work with different courier partners depending on which couriers are the best price and service going to different countries.
Gotcha.
So we'll procure the best courier going to Bahrain, the best courier going to KSA, so that we extend these rates to you. In addition, we benefit from the economies of scale having multiple sellers in order to drive the price down.
Perfect.
A big thank you to Rayan and Shorages. Thank you for having me and the team, and thank you for showing us exactly how an FC and 3PL actually works. If you want more information about Shorages, I'll definitely leave their link in the description box below. I'll also leave some of my favorite FCs, courier companies, all of these types of companies that you can work with if you want to sell on Amazon or if you want to sell anywhere, e-commerce in the UAE as well as KSA. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you click thumbs up if you found this video helpful, and I'll see you in another video with more information. Bye.